All right, guys, these are not my nails, but I can tell you this, I am not happy with this set. I'm not. You know, this is a new client. Her name is Elda. Welcome, Elda. I absolutely love her. I'm so thankful that she's coming to me for nails now. She is my, you see how they're like, they do the ombre. Don't get me wrong. All right, I'm not coming to any nail techs and putting down any nail techs work when people come in here and you hear me running my mouth, because that's not my style. But my style is having an opinion of what I think is nice and what's not nice. Okay, and I don't like how these nails are shaped. They're not what she likes either. So I'm going to fix them for her, point blank. All right. I know I sound a little contradicting in like where I'm saying I'm not coming to any nail tech. So, but I don't know how else to explain it really. I don't like the way these nails look, and that's my opinion. All right. Um, I'm going to fix them for her, and she was happy with what I did. I wanted to fix her shape. They were too bulky, too round, too chubby. I don't know. But I needed to thin them out a little bit so I can cover them with my acrylic. Because my acrylic is more opaque and a completely different color pink. I just don't understand why the nail techs. Now, wait, I got a lot of thoughts going on. Let me see if I can explain. I'm going to size them up. See, there's a couple of her nails. They need to come out a little bit longer. So I have some new nail forms I got from Amazon, and let me tell you, I highly recommend these. I love them. They're awesome. They're shiny, but besides them looking pretty, which isn't important to me, they're very sticky, and they're made for long nails, and there's a perforated form on there, or perforated line on there where you can rip it off for shorter nails, which is awesome. So I love that there, okay? So we're going to be extending her index finger on this nail, and then we're also going to extend the other nail on the other hand. So what I like to do is bend it to get that crease in the middle, put her on a finger rest so her fingers are still, get it secure on the tip, and then tighten it back there, and then it's nice and secure. And then I will put my client's hand up on a hand rest. You can see you want it pressed up against that nail. You want to put the client's hand up on a hand rest while you're moving on to do whatever you need to do, so they're not putting their hand down on the table and the form is hitting the table and moving around and all that stuff, all right? So many things to talk about in so little time. Elda doesn't like her nail fully painted because she goes a month without getting them done, so she doesn't want that paint to look like terrible grow out when they grow out, so she likes to get her nails done like only on the, she likes a lot of negative space in the back towards her cuticle, okay? So whoever's doing her nails, that we're doing her nails, should take that into consideration, making sure she has a nice solid base color, or a nice opaque acrylic where it's not so noticeable when the nail grows out, but you can't see through it as well. There's no transparency. So there is a happy medium of the colored acrylic that you can choose from. So when the client's nail grows out, it's really not that noticeable. You don't need to use clear acrylic. All right. There's other acrylics you can use, which is nice skin tones. Because I know that every nail tech has a bunch of different colored acrylics in clutch. They might only have one type of acrylic liquid, but you're going to have tons of different powders. So there's really no excuse. In my opinion, it's pure fucking laziness. Putting an ugly acrylic on there just because that's all you want to use because it's the cheapest way to go. I'm sorry, not sorry. But we're going to fix her up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this nail a little bit longer because I want to make sure that I'm getting it long enough. But if you want to follow proper protocol on these nail forms, there's lines, there's numbers. You can put the form on another nail and then judge the size of that nail and then come back and do it on here. Blah, blah, blah. There's a lot to talk about with this set. But we're going to keep it to a minimum here. We're going to pop the form off. And then we're going to go ahead and file, shape, and contour all her nails because everything's dry now, all right? And we're going to get them all in a better shape. So here we are. We have her reshaped, redone, and there you go. We're going to start off with a base of Nude Escape because I thought with the colored acrylic and this color base, it's a good skin tone to match her skin. Her skin. Remember, that's the word I want you to take notice to. Her skin. There's plenty of different powders out there to match different skin types because not all skin colors are the same. And if you're only going to use one colored acrylic on somebody because it's the only one you want to use, then shame on you. Because if somebody wants something like Elda is requesting, which is no color in the back because they want their grow out to be unnoticeable because they go so long between fills, then you should have a colored acrylic or something, a base color of to put on top that's as close to the client's skin color as you can possibly get. You might not get it as perfect as their skin tone because it's probably impossible, but you can get it damn close. It's caring for the client, taking their needs into consideration, and making the client happy. You know, it's not all just the same all around. Most of the time, but not all the time. All right? Just want to put that out there. Maybe you're like, all right, shut the fuck up. We get it. All right, I will. Let's move on. So, what we're going to do on Elda's nails today is this. We're going to do diagonal French with the white, and we're going to put some random lines going up here, old school lines. Love it, can't go wrong with it. She showed me the dress that she's going out with. She's got an anniversary dinner, and her shoes, floral, flowers. And on top of that, she was open to anything I did, any colors I used, anything, which is awesome. So by her showing me the inspiration, you know, photos that I inspired by, which was her dress and the shoes, it set me up for this. All right, so I figured I would give her something not so over the top, but we're going to incorporate just a little bit of diamonds, a little bit of glitter, and some floral. All right, so we're going to keep it simple on her today. Well, a little simple. So what I'm going to do is I use my Mandarin Glow from D&D. I pulled in a little bit of white to create that light coral color. I'm just going to use a random pink. We're going to make these random little flowers. And then once these are done, I'm going to go back and add some yellow to the center to finish them off and some greenery as well. Doing flowers, when you're doing random flowers like this, unless somebody's wanting a specific flower, have fun with it because you really can't go wrong with it. Just dab that paint around in 4 different spots unless you want more petals than that. And then after you do your, you know, the center color and then put the leaves on there, it'll all come together in the end. All right, and we all love it when a plan comes together to just hang in there. Sometimes it's always a trust the process situation. But Elda is mother-in-law to Marlena. I don't know if I already mentioned that. She was very nice, so welcome. I'm sure she's going to come back. I'm pretty sure she's going to come back. And I'm sorry that her other nail tech has lost her. Maybe, possibly. But, you know, she needed a change. She's been a follower of mine on here for a while. She comments once in a while. She's a Redneck Mama, I think she is on here. So, if she happens to comment, you know, go give her a follow. Support, support, support. That's what we do on here, guys. And I'm going to be doing another nail supply giveaway, gel supply giveaway by the end of the week. So, if you're not a subscriber yet and you want to get on that giveaway, please sign up. Sign up for a month or 2 or 3 or auto renewal. That would be even more better than anything. That's awesome. Then you don't have to worry about your subscription expiring. Okay? All right. We put the yellow in the center. We're going to go back in with the green, and we're going to go and make some leaves going all the way up the nail. And you can see how I left all that negative space up there, but I gave her some color up to the corner, and as it grows out, it's not going to be noticeable because the colored acrylic that I'm using and the base color that I used is pretty much matching her skin tone pretty damn well, if you ask me. All right, we're going to use the Lighten Platinum. This is from D&D. This is another really pretty one. It's a pink one. This is what I chose to go up on this line with. So we're going to follow this line, and then I'm going to put just a couple dabs on the flower nails just to add a little bit of sparkle here and there, not much. And then after I get these done, I'm going to go back and add just a little bit of diamonds to her index finger because she was down for that too, and I wanted to give her that experience as well today by adding just a little bit of glitter and a little bit of diamonds to go with that. And that'll finish it up. I'm going to use my Toying Rhinestone Glow, and I'm just going to put some of my light rose colored diamonds on there, just a little cluster in the corner. And then after top coat, guys, here is the final look. How cute are these? I love them. They're so florally. Anyway, SendaraNails.com, discount code Queen Diana. Bye.